Hello, you're watching Proactive. Here's a look at some of the resources stories we've been covering this past week. Pan African Resources posted record first half profits of close to $148 million, with production up 51%. Net debt's down nearly 70%, and the company expects to be in a net cash position by month end.
The key message on Poplar is that it's a world-class ore body. It's more than 6 million ounces at 7 grams per ton. It's not very deep, and in the current gold price environment, it's entirely doable. So that's a big project. That's 100,000 ounces plus of annual production.
Great Southern Copper reported high-grade copper hits at the Mostaza deposit at the Cerro Negro project in Chile. Management says the system is growing at depth and could link into a much larger deposit.
We know from our outcrop samples that this stuff at Monolith is running over 2% copper. So it's all opening up for us now, and this is what happens when you start drilling, and when you keep drilling, you just start finding new things.
Buccaneer Energy doubled production at its Pine Mills field in Texas in a successful organic oil recovery pilot. Water cut dropped sharply, boosting output and potentially improving cash flow.
It worked, much better than we had originally expected. We thought we'd get about a 30 to 40% increase, initially, and at the moment we've got a 100% increase.
Rome Resources delivered more high-grade tin intercepts at Kalai in the DRC. Hit rates and widths are improving, with grades comparable to Alphamin's nearby Mpama mine.
The more important thing, I think, is to notice and take account of the fact that there is a longer-term demand growth and supply squeeze for tin, and so I can't see that. It may drop down to something like 30 or 40, but I can't see it really dropping any further than that. The longer-term demand is there, and there is a supply gap.
Sovereign Metals signs an MOU with Traxys for graphite from the Kasia project in Malawi. Management says the project could become the world's largest natural flake graphite producer.
Stephen, so at full-scale production, which will start in year 6, we will be producing around 250,000 tons of flake graphite. For the first 5 years will be about half of that, so call it 140,000 tons. So it's going to be it's going to be the world's largest producer of natural flake graphite.
Follow us and subscribe on YouTube, our social channels, and on proactiveinvestors.co.uk.